I'm not saying this because I'm from Benin. I'm saying this like it's a common sense argument, except when we are biased, right? So the history of the different ethnicity in Nigeria. And when I say Nigeria, I've visited a lot of places in Nigeria because I love history. I love traveling. We talk about the Lantam people in Plateau. We talk about the history of the Benin. You talk about the people in Rivers State. You talk about the old Bende, right? In 15th century, right? The name Nigeria has not even come into existence. People existed before Nigeria. So my great grandfather or my grandfather told me when I went to the village in 1990 that the Igbos have lived in our village in Okada, Ovia Northeast. The Igbos have lived there and the Ijaws have lived there for more than 200 years. So we know that the Benins, right, we have lived in that particular area before the 13th century. That's what evidence can show. But we know we have been there for more than 30 century. And more than 30 century to today is more than 600 years. So the story of the river states that we are not debating is the Igbos have lived there for 200 years does not mean the Igbo own the land. Igbos are migrating people. They migrate. Nobody knows the history of the Igbos before they migrated to Southeast, where they came from. Nobody knows where the Benin came from. We can trace through the Bantu language system where we migrated from. It now takes us back to evolution, right? So the Igbos, they've lived in Benin even before the Bende, before the British invaded Benin. The Igbos have always been there. There is enough evidence, but that does not mean that they are the original people of that land. The Igbos have lived in Lagos according to evidence for more than 300 years. The Igbos, because they migrate, they trade, they settle in people's land. When I went to Ekiti, there's one village, you won't find anybody there. There's no Bini there. There's no Hausa there. But an Igbo man who owns the shop that was selling. I could not stay in that village because there was no light. But an Igbo man has the biggest store in that village, right? So it now goes back to during the Civil War that the Igbo fought against the Nigerian state. Most Igbos in Lagos that own property lost their property. Most Igbos that were in Kano lost their properties. Most Igbos in Rivers State lost their property. Was that right? Yeah, that comes with war. It's injustice. I don't support that. But that comes with war. When the Medo-Persians fought the Babylonians, they lost. You lose your land. When the old Israel fought against Babylon, they lost their land. They invaded everything. At a point, Israel lost everything until they got to the Roman Empire, right? But what we're saying here is that because you live in River State at that time, 200 years, 400 years ago, does not mean that you are the original people. It's like, for instance, if I, as a Benima, my ancestor live in the east, in the southeastern region, or in Anambra State for 400 years, it does not mean that I'm the original people. It means that somewhere, somehow, my ancestor migrated there. So the video evidence of them complaining about they running away during the war and they coming back, the Ekwere people don't want them to get their land back. It's not enough to say that they own River State because no other person is claiming Anambra State. Anambra is yours. Enugu is yours. Ebonyi is yours. Imo is yours. Abia is yours. But where the Igbos are going to run into serious problem is going to the river state, right, going to Calabar, going to Akwa Ibom, or coming to Edo State and telling them that they own this, it's going to be so crazy. It's not. If Igbo want to migrate, which I support, a referendum for anybody that want to leave Nigeria. There should be a referendum. But where the Igbo is going to lose the referendum is when they leave their, is it 6 states, and they try to take Niger Delta, South region. It's not going to work. It's not working. It no go work. So this claiming of lands and these things, the Igbos should stay within their 6 states, right? The Urobo people, the Isoko, the Shekiris, all these people were under the old Bender state, right? All this delta you see, they were under the Oba of Benin at the time. They were under, but today, right? They know their root, but we're not coming to say we want to claim them, right? They live under us does not mean that we and them have the same ethnicity. Some of them even will speak similar language. It's like the Isoko people or Ishekiri, they answer Yoruba name. Even in Benin, we have Akoko Edo that speak Yoruba. But if Yoruba nation want to split, how can the Yoruba nation come and say they want to claim Edo, part of Edo state, because they speak Yoruba? Language is not enough when it comes to land, ownership of land. Language is not enough. You understand what I mean? It's not enough. We have Americans in where we call Germantown in Maryland. They like to speak Dutch. We have in Pennsylvania, they speak Dutch. They speak German. Germany not coming to claim the land here because the people speak, and they've been speaking Dutch before 12th century. The Amish, they move here. So Germany no go come for Europe, come claim them here. You can language is not enough. So I'm just trying to tell the Igbos, keep it within your state. If you want to split, the referendum should be with it. If you expand these things because you want the oil region, it's gonna be so bad. And Nigeria will go into a serious civil war. Not just one civil war, it's going to break into different regions. So let's be very mindful. As we Africans are fighting against our enemies all over the world, we should be very mindful that we should not create this division among us, this Bini Boyoba. I've never seen it from that perspective. My grandfather owned a house in Iyeya, any Bini person know, and Second West in Edo State. All our tenants from before they called the word Nigeria, my great grandfather have been Igbos. I've always been close to the Igbos. I don't have ethnic problem with anybody, but I'm just saying to tell you, language is not enough to claim a land. Let's put your argument into a constructive experiment. The United Kingdom, right, which if we want to go, the Great Britain, we talk about Scotland, Ireland, and if you group everybody together, they are still not bigger than America. But Great Britain, right, UK colonized America. So that's not how you do it. The Persians, which we know is the Babylonians, Iran, present Iran, Iran is not bigger than Nigeria. But Iran was located in the Bible. The Persians, the Babylonians. So when you also come to Nigeria, the Benins, you don't know the true history of the Benin. I'm a Benin man. I will tell you, you don't know the true history. It's better you read our history, right? I am not going by your argument, their population or language. The land of Benin, this place we call Udo, is Edo States. the Benin's, right? You see, this land, whatever happened, we conquered and took this land. The Lagos you talk about, Eko, we also fought around those areas. So the Benin Republic, Dahomey, the Benin Republic you talk about, there was a time Benin fought and lived there. So at a time, Benin people now settle down here as their home. This is earth. Nobody owns it. If you understand evolution, nobody owns anything. We came here through war, through this, and it's clan migration. So we migrated, we own this land. And in this land, we are the majority. People that speak Benin are the majority in Edo State. Okay? So if pocket of minorities live in Igboland that speak Edo language, that does not give us the right to say we own Anambra. The Igbos clearly own the eastern part of Nigeria. But the Igbos does not and will not own Edo State. Because when you look at the cultural makeup, we have no link. You guys keep talking about a Kende. Yes. Every language came from we can trace every language to the Congo Basin, to the Bantu. We are Africans. The ape started talking when the ape got vocal, right? Even the European, Latin, English you talk about, it also came from Bantu because humans migrated from Africa. This is science. So at the end of the day, we share common language, whether you like it or not. Zulu and Yoruba, there's a mother language. It's a language tree. So what I'm saying is that in today's epistemology, in today's cultural differences, you have no claim in our land. We are the Benins. We own this land. Whether we got it through conquer, whether we got it through negotiation. America owned what we call Alaska. Guess who owned Alaska? Russia. America bought the land. America owned Texas. We bought the land from Mexico. After the American-Mexico War, America bought most of those land like Louisiana. We even fought France, or we bought the land Louisiana from France. That's why the name is Louisiana. So whatever happened, the Benin have been living there for, we're not talking about millions of years. I don't think man is older. Man is older than 250 years. There's no science that shows that. There's no bone. I'm talking about human being. We can go to a Homo erectus, Homo sapien. That's cool. But man is not older than 250 years. So what we're saying today is that this land is owned by the Benins. It has always been owned by the Benins. Even when the British fought the Benin massacre, we own this land. The same way we know that you guys own Anambra. So my contention with you now is that why are you fighting for a land that people live? What is Benin people have never told the Igbo not to buy houses, not to live in Edo State. The Igbos have always lived among us, right? Everybody migrated at a point. But we are saying now we don't need to fight about this. The Igbos have a place they call their home. Every December, they are traveling to their home. The Benin have a place called our home. Why do you want to take it? We don't want to take Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi. We don't want it. So, but we just have one state. One state. Do you want to take that away from us? So you are the troublemaker, not Edo State. All my sisters, most of them marry Igbos. Igbos have been living in our compound since before I was born. So we don't have problems with Igbos. But we are saying that if the Igbo want a referendum to go and actualize their destiny, I am 100%. I might even apply for a visa to Biafra land. But what you guys not going to do is start claiming different land. Oh, Niger Delta is our land. If you think the Ekwere people is Igbo, let the Ekwere people join you. If they see, in the court of referendum. I don't know how you guys want. Do you guys think this thing is possible without bloodshed? Let's forget about blood. Let's forget about war. We go to UN. You file your application for a referendum for you to be a sovereign nation, so that you'll be recognized, right? When you file this referendum, there's going to put this referendum into vote. Those people that want to go to Biafra will go. And those people that say never, if a Boeing state says we are not going to be among Biafra, you have no right under the UN Council law, international law, to force a Boeing. Because they speak Igbo, you can't force them. Do you understand? We are talking about legal stuff here. And I'm the Carlo no legal, so I don't drag with people when it comes to legal stuff. You got to go read this stuff. But if those states say we want to join the Igbos, yeah, they vote, and it's true, we join the Igbos. But if you guys are going, right, go with what you go feel win, my brother. Don't be because of oil now. You want to be talking about Cross River, Calabar, Delta. This you're not gonna get those stuff. It's gonna be bloodbath. So you better know where you want to cut this your map. If the North decided that they want to break out from Nigeria, they're not coming to Edo State to tell us to join them. Because in Edo State, there's people who call Fuga, Auchi. They are Muslims. So are they going to talk? They can move and go join the North, but they're not going to carry the land in Edo State and go and put it in the North. If you got what I'm saying, I'm not against you, brother. I want you guys. Nigeria is not something we are proud of. Oh, Nigeria. No, I'm not proud of Nigeria. Just a corrupt crime scene. We're saying that if you guys want to go through referendum or whatever means you want to go. But stop talking about you own this land, you don't own any land. You don't. The Benin own which if you're not selfish, you have 5 or 6 places you speak Igbo. More than that, we will just have one state we call our home. And you're telling us we don't own it? We do. The Oba of Benin is not an Igbo man, right? So, you now said that our population, let me address the issue of population, right? It's not like we are not giving birth. But when it comes to Igbo, when it comes to Benin, there's a different language structure here. There's what we call Benin language, right? There's also people that cut out of Benin, but they are still Benin, like Ishan, Ora, all these people, Ishekiri, Delta State, Uobo, all these people, they were under Benin. But Benin was not, but Benin don't have how am I going to put it, a centralized language. It was always decentralized. You can speak whatever you like. But we are not claiming the Uobo, oh, we own you, but we know they were under us at a point. So, Igbos, please, Igbos, you have always had the population. We know the 3 major tribes: Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. We were not claiming majority. We have other people that don't subscribe to this stuff that you guys are doing. But we have 250 ethnicities in Nigeria. The 3 of you, you exchange power, you do all these things. Nobody bother you, but coming to take land. And brother, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you, all these eyes on that they open, not going to happen. We, the Benin, don't do that game that they play with, right? So it's not going to happen, including during Biafra. If you read about the Biafra war, those states, just stay neutral. You guys took Asaba people joining them because when I get Equale, get Agbo, they speak, the answer Emeka, that's people that settle with Igbo. But please put that shit where it is. Don't come to Benin, right? We will always accommodate because this is who we are. We always accommodate everybody. Come to our land, buy land, build houses. Igbos own many things in Benin. We don't have problem. We're not jealous. It's all right. But we say you cannot own our land. You cannot force us into Biafra. We must vote to be in Biafra. We're not joining. It is not by force. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not against all these things you're saying. But I'm just looking at the craziness of Igbos trying to claim other people's stuff. I don't understand. I don't understand. You settled in this state. If you think you cut across, go claim those land. I mean, we are really older than you. If we want to talk about in the Nigeria hemisphere, we are older than you. So you're not going to tell us because we didn't blow in population. That's how you measure it. Who told you our population was even bigger than yours before independence? We're always like this. This is the Benin. This is who we are. We are not fighting for popularity concept or who the most popular state. Only one state, Edo State. That is our home. And the same way you want to preserve your own origin, history, and ethnicity, we will do it with our blood. Right? So thank you.